2, 1. Hello, welcome to the Marissa Pitch Show live every Friday, ideally at 11 a.m., but sometimes a little bit later, depending on my morning. It's been a little bit of craziness coming on lately, but I do have your weekly astrological horoscope for you. As you know, I love to look up into the stars, see what might be happening this week, what's happening. Kind of like a little, I don't know, like peek into that future and how I can use it for my own benefit. That's right. So pull out that social calendar, get it ready, get your pen, pencil, stickers, whatever it is that you need to market. So let's go ahead and do a quick little recap from last week. You were tying up a lot of loose ends. Wasn't a lot of astrological planetary movement last week. It was all kind of getting set up for a major shift that is happening right now. So you were supposed to return all of those last minute emails. Probably a major change may have happened. There was either a promotion at work possibly could have happened, a change in living situation, or just at the end of the day, throwing out old to get ready for the new, right? We got a lot of just feelings of time to move forward. That's right. So if someone ghosted you, believe me, it's for your benefit. And if you had to ghost somebody, it was for their benefit too. So don't worry about that. Sometimes we all need to have a little bit of ghosting in our life to happen to just put us back into being surrounded by people who actually care about us, right? Who care about who we are, our benefit, our thriving. Usually the people who end up ghosting you or you're just trying to figure out how to get rid of them, they're energy vampires. All right. So next time you do get ghosted from someone that maybe you liked or you thought there was something happening, it's actually for your benefit because most likely they weren't the person for you and they weren't there to help you thrive and succeed. So this was all of it. You want to take a nice little chapter out of Marie Kondo's Spark of Joy. If it does not bring you joy, you need to throw it out. That is right. I'm still working on organizing my drawers like that. And if you know how to organize drawers like that, please come to my house. Come to my house, please. I'm more about like, oh, I need to put you away. Do I love you? No. Okay, you're going out. That's where I am on here. Anyway, tomorrow we have a start of a brand new season. It is Aquarius season. That's right. All my Aquarius friends. Hello, hello. I got actually a lot of Aquarius friends in my life, which is really cool because Aquarius is all about renovation, innovation, having all kinds of new stuff just pop up into your life, right? So usually if you have any Aquarius friends, they're always trying to figure out new ways to like invent or bring about how to make it more efficient. They definitely give off this energy about, hey, look, I don't want to sit around. What else can I do? They're usually on the go a lot also. So you can plan for it. It is Aquarius season this next month, but we're also in the age of Aquarius. And here's why we're on the age of Aquarius, because tomorrow, right when Aquarius season starts, Pluto enters for the next 20 years. That is right. So it's a lot of this going on right now where you have Pluto, as we all know, is a sign of death, destruction, rebirth, renew. Okay, so think about that. If you're adding all of that along with the sign of Aquarius of having new ways of looking at models, social changes, really big about social changes and things that are happening correctly, right? So all of this is kind of coming in together. Pluto is the era of transformation, right? So this transit is going to bring about a lot of social structure changes, technology, collective thought, and not just like for the month, the year, 2 years, 5 years, the next 20 years. Okay, all the way through. So until 2044, right? When most of us are going to be seeing some grandkids and older, which is I'm actually really excited for. So we're in a bunch of turmoil. It actually started off back in 2012 with the Mayan calendar. That was the beginning of the Aquarius age, if you can all remember that, right? So it's 2012. And now we're actually like in it, like as in tomorrow. The last time that this transit happened was in 1778 to 1798. And oops, wrong one. Started that one. There we go. It kickstarted a rapid global industrialization movement. That's right. The industrialization era happened right then. We left behind the world's predominantly agrarian customs in the past, moved into cities. Wasn't actually like the best thing for most of us. We really lost connection with the earth. We lost connection with how to farm and be healthy. A lot of diseases came about it. So sometimes it actually isn't always great to have rapid change coming forward if you're not thinking about helping other people. But some of the inventions that did happen at that time, we have the sewing machine, which I'm going to get back into this year. I'm actually really excited about. I want to start busting out my own clothes. So the sewing machine, you have interchangeable parts, hence the Industrial Revolution. The harp lute was invented, which is pretty cool. One of my favorite instruments. Soda pop was invented, which probably should have never been invented. It's horrible for you, but so delicious. I do love me some Coca Cola. Unfortunately, too much. Luckily, I've cut that pretty much out of my life. And one of the cool ones is the hot air balloon. That's right. So, one of the first hot air balloons ever came up about that. Still have never ridden in a hot air balloon. It is one of my like to-do lists. So maybe this year, I'm gonna go on a hot air balloon. I'm gonna look into it. Let's see if I can make that manifest and happen. During the 1780s, though, you also had it was a major time. Not only just having inventions coming up and trying to make life easier in an aspect. You do have areas in that, like the convenience factor, right? But we were also on the go, but we were smack dab in the middle of the American Revolution. That's right. So that happened right now. A lot of revolutions, a lot of wars. We had a lot of smack dab in the middle of colonialism. So we do have a lot of uprisings and due to colonization on here. And also, which I found out as I was researching in this time, and I didn't know this, it was the Gradual Abolition Act of 1780, and it's the first extensive abolition legislation in the Western Hemisphere. That's right. So I didn't even know that that was really about there. It's just defining that people are not property. So that was first written at paving the way to have a full blown emancipation 100 years later. So sometimes the seeds that we plant during the Aquarius season fruition much, much later for the benefit of all. So I thought that was kind of an interesting little aspect of the last time we were in this season. This is considered to be the age of light when the themes around individuality, freedom, and rebellion will begin resonating all over the world. Right. Buckle up, buttercup, as they always say. And we're seeing it now, right? We saw the war in Gaza, Ukraine, Sudan. I don't know if any of you follow in that. That's a horrific, horrific happening right now. All over the world, we're seeing we just now going to war with Yemen. I mean, there's a lot happening. And I feel like one of the things that we do when there are so many political actors on the stage, right, that we can't control or do really anything about is to continue to have our light shine bright, help in ways that we can within our own community. If you can do any outreach, supporting stuff like that, I highly, highly, highly recommend looking into any organizations that align with your belief system and model and how you can help that going forward. And also to vote. Our voting is coming up this year. You already see it. So get out there, vote. Do I believe our votes make that much of a difference? Probably not. I'm pretty cynical. But I vote because at the end of the day, I would like to have some type of a say in what happens. With what's sent to me in the best of my ability and what knowledge that I do have. So research, please just don't go off of social media. Please do not go off of what your parents tell you to vote or whatever it is. Look at your pocketbook. That's one thing I look at. I'm like, how is this affecting me? I look at my family, my friends around me. Sometimes I'll take a hit financially that I think might not be good because it might benefit the lives of some of my family and friends. On that aspect. So I do a lot of weighing, a lot of consideration on where to go. So do your duty, have that in there, and be aware. We can't just keep putting our head in the sand. We are a global community, whether we like it or not. We are, and what happens across the world directly affects us. So definitely keep that going. It is the age going in right now for the next 20 years, right, where you can be the change that you want to see in the world. But let's go ahead and transition all the way back to this week coming up, right? On what do we have on Tuesday, the 23rd? Venus is moving into out of Sagittarius and into pragmatic Capricorn. That's right. So it all encourages us to get grounded on what we truly desire, encouraging us to work hard for what we love. I personally do love me some green. I'm not gonna lie, my life is a lot better when my bank account is flush. I can still find joy without money. I can do it. It's just nicer when I have some money. And I'm trying to push this podcast going forward, trying out some couple of different things coming in this month also to try to get this circulating more. I have a lot of amazing episodes that happened last season. I got a bunch in the work for February and March, so I'm totally excited about this. But I do have a lot of stuff, so please go to the Marissa Pitch Show on YouTube. You can see all my past episodes. I'm also on Apple and Spotify if you want to catch it there. That one's under Mouthful, so you can always catch up on our Mouthful episodes. But one of the easiest places to find it is on YouTube on the Marissa Pitch Show. Like, love, subscribe, do all the good jazz that I would love you to do so I can continue to push this off into 2024. So that's my manifestation on here. What is your manifestation? What are you trying to achieve in 2024? Right? Write it down. Remember, we had you'll burn your little thing on the new year, right? Having all that jazz happening. Let's manifest it. Let's happen. Tie up those loose ends. Should have already happened. If you haven't, use this weekend. Finish that off, right? And let's move forward. Go after your desires. Go after your dreams. What's also going to help you is the full moon in Leo on Thursday, the 25th. You're going to have the full moon coming in. And that's our little Leo lions. Rawr, getting courage, spotlight. You want to have all of that. It is called the wolf moon, right? So one of the cool parts is when the wolf moon is positioned in Leo, the fire sign, it is ruled by passion, desires, expression, creativity. You want to embrace what makes you happy and step into the spotlight. That's right. Ask for what you want. Say, I want this. And then how do you go about getting it? You can't just throw magical wishes out there. I wish I could. I have a lot of magical wishes. You can't just do that, right? What's your game plan? What's your action plan? You had better have written it. I've been telling you for weeks now, weeks and weeks and weeks. Write it down. I've written mine down, right? I know what I need to do. Had a little, you're always going to have setbacks. Look, life happens. I have to work a bunch. I'm sure you're working a bunch, right? Life is happening, trying to make, but where do you find that moment where instead of scrolling on social or just lopping on Netflix or Apple or whatever thing you're watching, what can you do to manifest, right? Even if it's just a simple meditation and focusing your energy on it. It's kind of surprising how strong we become when we become focused, right? And we find hope in what we want to do and go forward. So use the moon energy. One of the things that someone said to me is if you put out some water the night before, probably have it covered, so we get little flies in it. But it'll actually charge it, right? And then drink that water in the morning and get a fresh thing. So I'm gonna try that. I don't know. Let's see if it works. Manifest some stuff. So get your water charged, get it ready, drink it the next morning while focusing on your dreams. You want to use your energy to stay ultra focused on what you want and listen to the universe, right? Sometimes revolution must occur for change to happen. I'm going to leave you with this very last slide. This is a quote from Toni Cade Bambara, the famous film director, amazing woman. Please look her up if you don't know her. But revolution begins with the self in the self. All right. That is all. That is your weekly forecast with Mystic Marissa on the Marissa Pitch Show. I hope you liked it. Once again, love, like, subscribe, do all the jazz that I always ask you to every single week. All right. And stay tuned. I'm also going to be releasing up more episodes, little clips, putting stuff together. So if you don't already follow me on all of my socials, please follow. I usually follow back. And if I don't follow back, shoot me out a message. So I know that you're not just some weird bot who's trying to like steal my information. But usually if you message me, and I know you're a real person, not a scammer, I'll always follow you back. So definitely follow me and tune in next week for your Mystic Marissa. Also more pop culture coming up this week. We have some great news coming forward in there. And then I'll be dropping in some clips from our previous episode 1. And stay tuned for new guests on Mouthful for episode 2. Well, thank you so much. I hope your day is beautiful, wonderful, bright, shiny, just like you. And I will catch you on the flip side. All right. Mwah. Ciao. If you like what you heard today, make sure you like, love, and subscribe. We are on all the socials at Marissa Pitts Show. Till next time. Mwah. Ciao.